What's going on with y'all, man? I am Lee, and we are back with another situation off of Instagram. Of course, this person decided to stay anonymous, and you know what? Today, it's for good reason. This story reads, a few weeks ago, my girlfriend cheated on me, and I found out through my friend that saw her at the mall with another guy. He says they were holding hands and even kissed twice. She said that it was a one-time thing and she desperately wants to earn my forgiveness. I want to forgive her, but I also feel very hurt by this because me and her have been together for 7 years. What would you do? Now, this kind gentleman asked me, what would I do? Oh yeah, I'm going to give you that answer and more, my brother, because I'm going to tell you right now. This is a travesty. So let's reiterate the question. Or not the question, let's reiterate the bullshit. We'll just get it out in the air. You said this was your girlfriend, or you say this is your girlfriend, not ex, but your girlfriend. I'm guessing you're asking me because you want me to be the one bullet in the chamber that truly sends her to the fucking gulag where she belongs. Because that's how this story ends. I do want you to break up with her, but I'm going to give you all the supporting details as to why she needs to be broken up with. Now, she's your girlfriend of 7 years. She cheated on you, and she says it's a one-time thing. Let me tell you why it wasn't a one-time thing, sir. For instance, for starters, your friend had to tell you. You've been together for 7 years, and you're just now finding out that she's cheating on you. Now, if a guy has the gall to kiss your girlfriend 2 times and hold hands with her, I can almost instantly assume that they have chemistry, that they know each other. You don't do that with a stranger. You don't just walk around with somebody that you met off of Tinder like 2 days ago. No, that's not how that works. You build up chemistry to do these things. Unless she just moves very fast, which I can't make that call because you tell me you and her were together for 7 years. 7 years. Almost a decade. Half a decade. And 2 extra years on top of that. There are so many things that can happen in 7 years. A baby turns into a child that can walk and can now enter school, probably in the 2nd grade or 1st. That's a long time. 7 years. Some people have car notes that don't last that long. People enter leases that don't last that long. Go back 7 years. I am 26. 7 years back, and I would be 19. Well, technically, I'd be 20 because I'm about to turn 27 this year in a couple months. But you get it. 19. That is a big damn difference. I go from not being able to legally drink alcohol for another 2 years to I don't get carded at all. I mean, I wasn't really. I don't drink or do any of that, but yeah, I wasn't. I've had this beard since high school. But 7 years, that is a long time, brother. That chemistry has been built. It's been there. It has been there. You want to wonder if you can forgive her? Yeah, you can forgive her. You could also forget her. Because if you take this girl back, if you let this linger, of course she'll try to fix it. Inherently, she'll try to fix the surface level problem, your trust in her. She doesn't have to change anything and do anything, you know what I'm saying, on an external basis. Like maybe you had a problem with her going out dressed a certain way, or she would never let you see, you know, who she texted or anything like that. No. You're only worried about if you can trust her. It's broken. That faith is broken. You now have to have your head on a swivel with this specific girl because 2 kisses and holding hands in the mall. your friend wasn't really able to catch what else happened. Because I'm going to assume that he didn't, walk out the mall and follow her and him to his house or her house. I don't know if y'all live together, I don't want to say, I'm not going to add fuel to the fire, but I'm going to add fuel to the fire. If she could kiss a guy while you are in a 7-year relationship, I don't put it past her that she's probably done this with multiple other guys. Or, at the very least, has a strong chemistry and or side thing going on with this one particular guy. Now, I don't know how your relationship was. Maybe you didn't do something that she really wanted. She cheated on you is the bottom line here. She cheated on you. Maybe she communicated and you didn't reciprocate her energy. Maybe she didn't say anything to you. But she cheated on you. All of that supporting details, if we have them, it works, it fits, it makes sense. Because if she communicated with you and you didn't give her that energy, she's still wrong for cheating, but sometimes there's no justification for cheating, but all the same, the only reason why I can somehow understand it is when somebody basically truly doesn't get what they want. But then again, you could just leave. But she probably thought to herself, why leave when I could just sneak behind his back and wait for him to turn into the guy I want him to turn into? It's how a lot of cheating works. A girl sits back and wait, or not the girl, but the person sits back and waits until they get exactly what they want. And then they sneak, and sometimes the cheating doesn't even stop. Why return the slices of the cake that you weren't supposed to get when you can have your cake and eat it too? And let me just be very blunt with you guys. Flexing on having multiple women is the lamest shit ever. It is so stupid. The biggest flex right now in today's generation is being able to flex a beautiful ass woman that somebody else can't take. A beautiful woman that you have tamed. The word tame may sound a little crazy, but you know what I mean by that. A girl that you can that claims you and will not even, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta worry. If she says that she was talking to another guy, you don't have to overthink and say, talking to another guy? I don't know. No. She was having a conversation with another guy. If you putting it down like that, or if you are actually doing your job as a man and you are doing the things that she likes, if you are doing the bare minimum, and we gonna have a sole separate video about what the bare minimum is in relationships. But if you're doing the bare minimum, you're doing the things that she likes, and you're actually taking care of her wants and needs and all that stuff, and you guys are actually having a good energy, and she still did this to you, yeah, why would you even hesitate? She doesn't deserve you. Hell, you just found out what your worth was, and it's whatever she was giving, and whatever you were giving her, you deserve somebody that can give you more. Most definitely. You just found out what your worth was. Anyone that has ever gotten cheated on by someone that wasn't doing better, you found out what your worth was. Anyone that got cheated on by someone that was doing better, you still found out what your worth was. Because you just found out that person that cheated on you is worth less. Do not. I have said in the past on Instagram, if you follow me on there, and if you don't follow me on there, you know what I'm saying, the link's in the description. The only thing I'm gonna plug is I'm not gonna tell you to like and comment. I will tell you to comment, but I'm not gonna tell you to subscribe. Do that if you want to. But I do want you to follow me on Instagram because I'm funny as fuck over there. I take tons of pride in my little stories over there on Instagram. But I have said on Instagram before that you can forgive some cheating. You can sit there and think about it. Verbal cheating, you can talk it through. You can talk it out. On some situations, in some circumstances. With sex, no, there's no forgiving that. There's none. On some very, very severe case, You get one last chance, and you're on thin ass ice. I mean, the ice is so damn thin. The ice is about as thin as a fucking. It's about as thin as. About as thin as that. I need some more tape now. It's about as thin as that. But talking an emotional affair, I've heard that some people think that that's worse. That actually connecting with somebody on an emotional standpoint and all that stuff is actually worse than like sex. I don't get it. I don't understand that one. No. Y'all a special breed, cause no. Hell no. You imagine, you put yourself in this guy's shoes, right, real quick. You imagine you put in 7 years of effort, dedication, and absolute concentration and focus into this person. And you give them what they want. And some guy picks your girl up and lays her on her back, and she willingly and consensually lays on her back. He opens her legs, and she flies them legs open. And you know what? He ain't even gotta take his clothes off. She already did it for him. And she's asking for it. Sticking inside of me. And he does what she asked. One-time thing. It's a mistake. It's a conscious fucking choice that you made. You made the conscious choice to kiss him twice. A mistake is not asking for it and participating in it. A mistake is an unconscious decision made. Being drunk and going through some stuff like that is a mistake. You're not in the right frame. You're not in your right mind when you're inebriated, you're drunk, you're high, or something like that. I get that. I would excuse that. We could talk through that. Maybe you need to stop drinking around other people. Don't trust certain people. Don't drink just in public without a trusted friend there that knows who you really are. And girls, no. Your best friend sometimes ain't trusted. Because sometimes they want to see you get fucked by another guy. They'll film that shit and send it to you and be like, oh my God, girl, you needed this. Because he been acting all crazy and stuff. And no, sometimes they ain't shit either. No. That is not a mistake. That is not a one-time thing. Because if memory serves me right, she was kissed twice on this day. That's not a one-time thing. It almost kind of seems like they've done this before. You're just only knowing about this occurrence because your friend's a real one, and I'm hoping that this guy's a day one. He sure sounds like a day one to me. He sounds like a day one to me. I was once in a long-term relationship with, I probably have told y'all the story before, but with this girl named Elena. And my cousin, as real as he was, told me and warned me that she was going to break up with me because she found me to be boring. Mind you, we were in a long-term relationship. Do you want me to stick my dick out and mail it to you with it still attached to my body so you could still get your healthy dose of semen if you want that? Do you want my balls too? Shipping and handling paid. They're there. Suck them, lick them, send them back, and I'll feel the feeling. Thanks. I'm not so boring and when I can do all these fucking things for you that's not call and text. Yeah. Long distance relationships fucking suck. And if you are in one, please keep communication. Strong communication. Otherwise, it's over. Because that's all you got. He warned me that she was going to break up with me because I was boring. Because she was bored of the relationship. She left. I found someone else. She got jealous. That was that. This is not a mistake. A mistake is she got drunk. She kissed a guy. She came to her senses. And she was like, oh, I don't know how to tell him. And oh, he's going to be so mad. And I would understand if she feared your reaction. She did it and didn't say anything because you, as you said, this was a few weeks ago. Not only should you break up with her, but before you do it, you know what? I'm not going to say that. I don't want you to fight fire with fire, because the pettiness in me would have told you, go find someone else. And yeah, but I'm not going to do that. Let's be very mature for a second. Do not cheat. Do not cheat when a cheater cheats. I'm like, this is real. A lot of people's reaction to, oh, I got cheated on this, oh, I'm gonna find someone of my own, and then this starts this phase that you enter and you can't leave, because now you're craving companionship and you're craving comeuppance and you're craving revelation and you're craving and what you don't get out of this is clarity. Clarity is the most important part here. Clarity and a result. You end this. You move on. She no longer exists to you. You be alone for a second. Of course you're going to be lonely for a minute, but you got to force yourself to be in this mode. You have friends, hang out with them. This is the healthiest communication that I can possibly, recommend. You have to talk to somebody. You have to talk to your friends, your family. When I went through my bad breakup, my mom was the first person I spoke to. And she was a big help because my mom was listening to everything I said. Usually I would go to my cousin, but me and him have not been talking all the time. But yeah, I can still turn to him too. I could turn to some people. Some people are there to help me. Anyone but going on Tinder or Hinge or Bumble or whatever and finding someone that can replace that feeling, because then you're going to be looking for similarities within this person. You're going to be trying to look for that quick fix, and it's not going to mean anything, because once you get over her, then the girl that you have then replaced her with doesn't seem as important, because you're only really trying to fix yourself for the time being. They only mean something to you within that moment. And then all of a sudden, when time passes and you get to know them, you don't care, because you were only really trying to not be lonely. You have to be lonely for a second. It's unfortunate. It happens. I'm sorry this happened to you. I am really sorry this happened to you. 7 years down the drain. 7 years. Now, that was my pettiness talking the entire time, but if you do want to sit there and talk to her and you think that she really is the one, because again, 7 years is a long time, and she broke trust, and she destroyed probably some of your confidence within that. If you want to trust her, what I recommend you do, you sit down, you talk about it, and you have boundaries. And sadly, some people don't set boundaries because they believe that they can trust people. And this is instances where you can't. She cheated on you. She needs boundaries. It's very sad. It's unfortunate. But this is why I kind of suggest breaking up is just the best option. Because it's like if you gotta tell kids what to do, it's expected. It's expected because they don't know any better. It's a grown ass woman, and she knew what right from wrong was, and she picked the wrong choice. And she didn't give a fuck about how you felt when she was doing any of those things. Otherwise, the guilt would have ate her alive, and she would have told you. However long she was doing this, if it had just started, the guilt again would have ate her alive, and she would have told you. If she really loved you and cared about you, then it would have been a very, very instant thing. Hell, I look at when I'm in a relationship, I'll look at a girl's ass and feel like, damn, like what am I doing? It feels wrong. It feels very wrong. It does. You could say stuff, talk about these girls, oh my God, I'll do this and that, and then it would just be like, boom, I see her in my head, and I back to reality, Talk to her. You gotta set boundaries. You got to sit there and really ask yourself, is it worth going through anymore? Because honestly, I'm gonna say it right now, it's not. She broke your trust. She knew how much you meant to her. Maybe, I'm assuming. She still did this. If you want to try to forgive her, boundaries, and you have to be on her. Not toxically, but me and you will continue to talk in DMs, and you know what I'm saying, I will continue to kind of coach you through this. My recommendation is you probably should, you know, go your separate ways. You should heal. She can continue to see the guy that she's been cheating on you with, and that's just that. You didn't have a kid, at least, you know. So that's the best part about all this. You don't have to see her anymore if this is goodbye. It's really just goodbye. Some people get shackled to a kid, and it's like, damn, I gotta see you until the kid can do his own stuff. That's how that goes. But I am Lee. Y'all are amazing. Follow the Instagram. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got concerns or whatnot. And of course, man, I'll see y'all later, man. Peace out.
God damn! Why you do that to me, man?